Welcome guys, this is our third video of our 6-part mini-series. And we're going to be talking today specifically about what women actually want, because there is a lot of facaded information going around the world of what women say they want, and I will be the first one to tell you that women, if anything, don't even know what they want themselves. So we have to put ourselves in an environment where we can actually forget all of the information we've consumed, we've learned. And the reason that women struggle to actually comprehend and know what they want, women have a very, let's call it a two-dimensional thought process and emotional thought process. Women correlate how they feel to the exact situation in front of them, right? So I feel good because of this, and that's it. I was talking to a girl the other day about eye contact. I asked her specifically, what is the most important thing a guy does when he approaches you? And she said, I like him to hold eye contact. And I said, why? And she said, I don't know. I just like that. So there's the emotion. The emotion is, I like it. The reasoning behind it is because of the eye contact. But actually, there's a deeper message, and there always is a deeper message. Specifically in this situation, it's actually the confidence and the composure and the experience that eye contact suggests about a man that a woman likes, and the level of comfort it can bring her to be an interaction. To go further into that, it's also the fact that eye contact shows you're focusing. When you are focusing or making eye contact or focusing on that one girl, it makes her feel an element of special, unique in the environment. So there's very, deep expressions we can go into regarding each and every specific metric of talking to a girl or of psychological breakdowns, etc. My main stance and standpoint that women will fight and hate, but every woman with brain cells actually understands, is that as a man, an intelligent man, a man who has extremely high experience in this field, I actually hold a higher level of understanding towards women's psychology. Mostly because I actually make the effort to go into it and because I pay more attention. But when you do repetitions of something, you become more experienced and more knowledgeable. If you're looking from a reps category of speaking to women, of dating women, of actually experiencing a woman seriously, casually, and sexually, physically, etc., 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 there are not many people in the world that have done it to the level and to the repetition of what I had, essentially. So we're going to be talking specifically today about what a woman actually wants from a man. And why do I know that? Because I know thousands and thousands of times what has put off women, what has made a woman more attracted to me, what has pushed women away, what has drawn women to me, and also seen it on the instances of other guys. So we're going to break that down today. So the first thing we're going to recognize is that we're in a world where we all kind of want something that we don't have, constantly chasing something we don't have. We can also relate that to a relationship, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because masculine and feminine roles go well together. If you look at the divorce rates right now in the world and see why no relationships are working out, it's because that balance of masculinity and femininity is just not understood, and therefore people are having disastrous relationships. Essentially, in a relationship, we both want what we can't have. The best thing about a relationship is we actually both want something that we can't physically attain. In life, what happens is, oh, yo, this guy's driving a Ferrari, I want that because I don't have it. I've got a Ferrari, but this guy's got a cool Lamborghini and I want that Lamborghini now. And it's like we're always wanting something we don't have. Within a relationship, it's one of the only aspects in life where you can't actually attain that. I can't go, I want to get pregnant, so what am I going to do? From a woman's perspective, what is it that a woman actually craves and wants most? Well, it's what she can't bring to the table. It's what she can't have. This is where we're going to push on the word of comfort, security, general stability. Why is it that a woman can't attain these things herself? Well, the truth is they can. But notoriously, scientifically, factually, and very, very obviously, women are less emotionally stable than men are. Men are more logical. Men are more rational. This allows us to have beautifully emotional female attached to a man that is able to be very logical and very structural in his thought process. And when a man actually attaches them things within his own life, it allows him to build his level of comfortability, stability, and security within his own life. So that level of security is based off what? Well, a lot of it's based off confidence, understanding yourself, growing your environment around you to be secure, which is a stable place for not only a woman to come into, but a family to come into. A woman's brain is very chaotic. It's very sporadic. It reacts off of emotions. It reacts off of situations. This can create an unexpected atmosphere for a woman. She doesn't have much day-by-day stability because she's so hormonal and reacting to everything. She never knows what she's going to encounter. When a man can suggest that he is so confident and in control of his own life, I'm going to use the word ownership, that he takes ownership and responsibility and accountability, which are the biggest leading and showing factors towards dominance, she will be attracted to that because these are things that she's been unable to attain no matter how much she's tried to get in her masculine energy, because it's not so attainable for a female. No matter how much you work, and I'm talking to you about girls that I've met that are 30, 40 years old, that have worked tirelessly as single women to achieve this, but they can't because they are so reactant on their emotional and hormonal state. So imagine you've just been living your life in this constant chaotic emotional state, and someone's able to come in and go, and breathe, and you can breathe and take some of that weight off. It's like you've been literally sitting with an 100 kg barbell on your back for a year, and someone just comes and takes it off. The same way as a man, if we've been in the trenches grinded non-stop, and we've had no love, no one acknowledging what we've been doing, no one giving us a pat on the back, respecting us, no one valuing our time, and a woman comes in and goes, you're incredible. I don't care that you're not a millionaire, but the way you work, your mindset, you are incredible. That to us is like, wow, I ain't had that before, and it feels amazing. Same way a woman desires more than anything what she cannot bring to herself. Now, the strongest message within this whole video is that whatever you see online and whatever you read about and whatever you hear low value and low experience women talking about online, about what they want. Oh, I want a man that doesn't tell me what to do, that doesn't control me, that lets me do what I want. A lot of these people are going to get what's coming to them 2-3 years down the line, when they're single, when they have a feminine man who can't defend them in the streets, when they have a feminine man who can't lead their family when they have kids. He's unable to tell the kids off and build a secure household, hence the divorce rates being so high. And then you leave him because he doesn't do them jobs well enough, because you didn't make sure your man was categorically valuable enough to sustain a family and to sustain your real needs. I'm not talking about needs of a Louis Vuitton handbag. I'm talking about your needs of mental and psychological stimulation and well-being. So what's happening in today's dating society is women are coming into the first date or to a man's life and going, I have all these factors, I'm independent, I'm strong, I've got money, I don't need your help. So when women bring across these roles and characteristics, men stand back. Men go, okay, you've got all of them, so you don't need them, so I'm going to be less. Because as men, we feel so pressured on how we need to act. We lower our value to let her feed her needs of being this superwoman. So now we're feeding a facade. Our whole relationship is a facade. We're letting our woman be someone that she's not, and also be someone in the long run that she's not going to want to be. Because she is scientifically and biologically a woman, she carries feminine traits that she's going to want to exude. We're beefing science here. And when you beef science, you very, very rarely can find a way to even channel the tiniest bit of gain. So instead of trying to battle science, let's attain our roles. As a man, even if the woman is coming across in any way masculine, it is your job to do two things. Decide that this woman is too masculine for you, it's not actually worth your time and effort, or it's your absolute necessity to show the masculine roles and figures and values that you align with. Dominance, leadership, emotional control, self-control, understanding, education, wisdom, serenity, strength, ego. All of these things you need to provide to the relationship. Naturally, whenever you provide these things into a relationship, as long as you have a mildly appropriate woman for a relationship, she will understand them things. If she neglects them things about you, as long as you are attacking it in a healthy manner, with respect and with kindness and with integrity, if she neglects these things about you, she is not fit to be in a relationship or even dating at a fairly intense level. So what are we going to take off the back of this understanding? Well, we're going to understand that what a woman wants is a man that's got his shit together. So we're going to go and get our shit together. So as a man, it is our absolute priority and necessity to make sure we come correct. Come correct to approach a girl. Come correct to the first date. Come correct when we're dating a girl. Come correct when we're sleeping with a girl. We need to have all these qualities sustained within our personality to make sure we're in a position to provide these characteristics to a woman. And when I say provide, I don't mean chase or show off, because we're not in a position where we need to be showing off. When you have these characteristics, a lot of them become silent. A lot of them are in the way, as I said at the start, hold your eye contact with her, how you hold your body language, how you're able to control yourself, how you're able to communicate with her effectively in a heated situation. And a lot of the levels of dominance and respect that you bring to the relationships, again, for me, a huge part of it as a man is doing it silently. How hard do you actually work to be preaching these messages? Because a huge problem we have in the relationships these days is the men coming and preaching a message. If I tell you to do this, you've got to do this. But you're not even working hard. So how do you expect a woman to be listening to your commands when she can't even see you trying to attain the characteristics that a masculine man should have? Meaning that you should be working tirelessly and endlessly. And if she fails to respect that or understand that, she is not suitable to be in a relationship with you. Something I listened to the other day, a very strong, powerful message. If you are not a man that is ready to walk away, you're not a man that's fit to be in a relationship. And that doesn't mean that every argument with a girl you suggest, oh, I can go. You need to be okay and comfortable on your own and not reliant on the love or validity of a woman to keep you sane. If you're in a relationship and you think it could wipe me out, you are not in a place to be in a relationship. So again, what action are we taking after this message? We are building up ourselves and our self-understanding to become the strongest man we could possibly be. When we are approaching girls, we are doing it with a level of dominance that shows that no matter how much she wants to say, I'm independent, I've got my shit together, I don't need you, every woman wants a man that they need. Every woman wants to be somewhat dependent on a man's characteristics, whether that's his strength, his security, his level of confidence that calms her down and brings her emotional chaos into a form of balance. When you can assert this level of dominance, you can apply comfortability to a woman. And when a woman feels comfortable, she's in a much stronger position to communicate with you with a level head. Remember, when we're approaching girls, let's refer it back to the actual approach phase. When you approach girls, we're putting them in a situation where they have to make a yes or a no decision. So not to go too much into the detail of how we actually take it away from being a yes or no decision, because that's a completely different process, which, by the way, all of the information for that is inside of the truth. We actually want to provide her with the largest level of serenity possible so she doesn't feel any pressure to make a decision, and she feels so good and calm around us, which she hasn't felt in a long time because of the state of emotional chaos she's been going through, that she enjoys it. And when you eventually propose the idea of exchanging numbers, going on a date or going for a coffee, it becomes very, very attractive to her because of the level of comfortability you've allowed her to be in, even if it's for that 30 seconds, through your communication skills and your skills of assertiveness. Almost impossible for her to say no, especially when you don't put her in a situation where she has to make a pressured decision. So that's a quick rundown and understanding of what women actually want and being able to discard the useless information being projected by feminist girls that got into an industry of pornography and then decide to preach who and what should do what, essentially. It's a bit like a poker game, right? And we're in a situation where men are sitting at a poker table and the woman's holding the cards or dealing the cards, and she's saying, yo, show me your hand, and you're just showing her your hand. We want to hold on to that hand and we want to play the game of poker. We're in it to win. When you don't instantly show her your cards and you actually understand your cards, okay, this is here, what can I do? Maybe it's a situation where you fold, maybe it's a situation where you play. But regardless of the situation, we should never be showing our cards when a woman on demand says, show me your cards. Hold on to your cards, understand the game, learn the game, master the game, play the game.